Good morning. Today we are going to do the second chapter of biology, tissues. What is a tissue? A group of cells that are similar in structure and or work together to achieve a particular function forms a tissue. Examples: blood, phloem, muscles, etc. And the study of tissue is called histology. Why the tissues are important? Because it brought division of labor in multicellular organism and gives the highest possible efficiency of functions. Now, let's see. Types of plant tissues. First is meristematic, which means ever dividing. Means cells which divides, so found in growing region. The three region it is found, that is apical region, intercalary region and lateral region. And second is permanent plant tissues. No division and do some other functions because it shows no growth now. The dead cells are found here. The permanent tissues are derived from meristematic cells only. This permanent tissue are of two types: simple permanent tissue and complex permanent tissues. Simple permanent tissue again divided into three types, that is parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. And complex permanent tissues divides into two, xylem and phloem. Meristematic tissues. These are a group of young cells that are in continuous state of division, that is, have the potential to divide and form new cells. The region where meristem is present can function as growth region, and on the basis of its position, it is of three types: apical, intercellary and lateral. Let's see. You can see here the types of meristematic tissues. Apical meristem, present at the growing tips of stems and roots, thus increases the length of the stem and root and shows growth. Second, intercellary tissues, present in between two successive nodes and is responsible for growth in height of a plant by increasing the length of the internodes, as the dividing cells are present there. When you touch a stem, you can notice a node from where the leaves or branches arise is node. So there is a length between the distance between two nodes, successive nodes, are internodes, and intercellary is present there only. Third is lateral meristem. You can see in the diagram. It occurs on the sides both in stem and root. It is responsible for the increase in the girth of the stem or root. Permanent tissues. They loses its capacity to divide and do some other functions. These are derived from meristematic cells only. What is differentiation? The process of taking up a permanent shape, size and a function is called differentiation. Now we are going to discuss the types of permanent tissue. First, simple permanent tissues. They are made up of single cell type, usually with the same origin, structure and function. It is of three types: parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Parenchyma is unspecialized living cells which forms the basic packing tissue cells and are loosely packed with intercellular space. Its major function is the storage of food, nutrient and water, and also it provides rigidity or support to softer parts. When it contains chlorophyll and performs photosynthesis, it is known as sclerenchyma. When large air cavities are present to give buoyancy in aquatic plants which help them to float, it is known as parenchyma. Parenchyma is a living cells. Collenchyma. It is a living cell which provides flexibility and mechanical support to plants. It is present in leaf stalks below epidermis. Its cells are living, as I told you, with little intercellular space, and if it contains chloroplast, takes part in photosynthesis. You can see the diagram showing longitudinal section of collenchyma where chloroplasts are present. Sclerenchyma. It consists of dead cells. Due to presence of lignin, the plant becomes hard and stiff. Lignin acts as a cement. It provides strength to the plant parts. Example, husk of coconut. It forms a protective covering around seeds and nuts. Now complex permanent tissues. The complex tissues are made up of different types of cells performing diverse functions. These are conducting or vascular tissues of two types, xylem and phloem. They join together to produce vascular bundles. Because of these tissues, they can carry materials to long distances inside the plant. Xylem tissues. It transports water and nutrients from the roots to the leaves of the plant and provides support to the plants. It consists of tracheids, vessels, xylem fibers and xylem parenchyma. Let's see. Tracheids and vessels are tubular in structure and allows them to transport water and minerals vertically, whereas parenchyma stores food and helps in the sideways conduction of water. And xylem fibers are mainly supportive in functions. Now, phloem. It translocates the prepared organic food from the leaves to different parts of the plant and is also known as bast. It is made up of four types of elements. You can see here sieve tubes, companion cells, phloem fibers and phloem parenchyma. Sieve tubes are tubular cells with perforated walls. Xylem can transport water in upward direction only, but phloem can move in both directions and transport food from leaves to other parts of the plant. Now questions for practice. Do it.